The United States is trying to help people who had a communist tyranny imposed on them by force, deception, and fraud. And either we continue with that tradition, which has always been ours, or we give that up entirely.
Imagine, if you can, the President of the United States of America garnering one of the greatest treaties in the Middle East of our lifetime. And all the media can say is he's racist. Violent mobs rioting in residential neighborhoods, demanding residents give up their house to them, and nobody stopping it. Hundreds of people surround the Postmaster General's home calling for his resignation. Yet those same people say in-person voting is dangerous and risky. Kamala Camel Toe Harris, who slept her way into her first political positions, which I really don't care about. She's not the first and she won't be the last, supports forced taking of firearms from our homes. Her family has owned slaves but calls for reparations. She's Jamaican and Indian, not African American. She thinks her ticket partner is a racist and an abuser of women but can't be bothered by facts, as she has her sights set on the office of the president, not the vice president. Sleepy Joe isn't in for the long haul. I'm still expecting shenanigans out of the DNC next week. Currently, there is some dispute if she actually qualifies for the Democratic ticket, as her parents were not citizens when she was born here. And if you follow the Constitution's 14th Amendment to the letter, which, let's be honest, is wishful thinking, she could not run. Jamie Lee Curtis, one of the original scream queens of the Jamie Lee Curtis, one of the original scream queens of the late 70s and early 80s horror, of which I'm a huge fan of horror, not Jamie Lee, has lost her ever-loving mind saying men with red MAGA hats are stealing post office mail trucks and mailboxes. Now I see why Michael Myers was after her. I wish he'd have got her. Congress said to hell with the people and took yet another vacation. It's obvious the stimulus bill is nothing but political ammunition at this point to help the leftist Democrats, the radicals, secure universal mail-in voting. The post office, man. I'm sure there's lots of good people that work there, no doubt of that. But at the same time, the post office is about as reliable as a cinder block used as a swimming pool float. Sometimes I buy on eBay. Well, I've been waiting on 2 purchases for over 30 days. One of those almost 2 months. They've been shipped by the seller, but the post office seems they just wanted to keep my items. They've been en route all this time. Mail-in voting is not the way. Changing everything in these final months running up to election is the epitome of stupidity. The shit is getting old. Now, I don't often get riled up. It takes a lot, but over these last few months, I've just about had it. Orange man bad. It's not looting, it's reparations. No justice, no peace, even after arrests are made. I'm to the point, I honestly could not care less about George Floyd, about anyone backing BLM and its multifaceted hypocrisy. I don't care that he's dead. I don't care how it happened. I do care he pointed a gun to a pregnant woman's stomach. That's karma, people. Like I've heard it said, karma is slow, but it's never late. He got what he had coming. If you don't want to hear that, tune out. I'm sorry. I don't consider it a racist statement. If he were white, Asian, Hispanic, anything, Martian, I'd wish him dead. As for all these white privilege seminars going on in Washington, Pennsylvania, even going so far to have children's books in schools address anti-racism, go to hell. I don't have white privilege. Don't know anyone that has. I do have white pride. If you're black, you should have black pride. If you're Asian, Asian pride. So on and so forth. But it's not just an issue of pride, it's about heritage. I'm from the deep American South. Yes, the Civil War is an important part of our history, but the South isn't just about the Civil War. And you have to be an idiot to think so. The South is a whole different animal than anywhere else in the country. We do talk slower. We try to be polite. We mind our manners. We look out for our friends, family, and neighbors. We love freedom of religion. We love our Second Amendment. Basically, we love freedom. There are some bad apples. Of course they are. But that's just reality. This radical leftist push is about separating us, all of us, into race, religion, political views, etc. Why? Divide and conquer. Why else? See, in their eyes, I can't be a man that enjoys military history of any kind really, who loves his family deeply, loves science fiction, horror, action movies. I worked hard. I don't cheat on my wife. I salute our flag. I support a sitting president. I respect other races and cultures, listens to all kinds of music. I didn't work hard to get an academic scholarship and go to college, they'll say. It's because I'm white. I didn't work hard in my career to advance. No, every promotion I got was because I'm white. That is the most laughable thing I've ever heard. The real world does not care. To those that seek to oppress those that love freedom, I'm a white man over 40, the single most dangerous and evil demographic in our country, they'll tell you. It's crazy, right? However, they may be onto something. See, I mind my own business. I don't start things over petty circumstances. I love peace. I love my American brothers and sisters no matter what color or creed. But I will not be walked on. You will not demand my property. You will not block my path to my destination. You will not intimidate me or my family. You will not attempt to force your or anyone else's beliefs on me. I sincerely mean that. I am a proud American. I will not be pushed. I will fight, and I will fight to win. I've chosen my hill. It is called the American way of life. If I am to die on this hill protecting my way of life, I can only say I prefer to die on my feet than live on my knees.